Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody. Just put a few notices out here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, here's a YouTube thing if anybody wants to go onto YouTube and smash the like button. Okay, let's chant. Brand new tablet. All right. All right, brand new tablet. Oh, how exciting. Hey, River. River's a targeted individual. She's targeted individual. Krishna's targeting her. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The illumination is targeting her. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Evo, Amy, Janaki, the whole gang is here. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Chaitanya Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna 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 Chaitanya Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Mm. Mm. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Mm. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Ah. Ah. So, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, and Panchatattva, and all the great Gaura Bhaktas, please give this world devotion to Krishna, please, and save this unfortunate place. It's become fortunate because you're here. So, yes. Deliver this world like you did Jagai and Madai. Yeah. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. So, Majikanda, chapter 13, the deliverance of Jagai and Madai. I offer my humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Nityananda, whose elongated arms reach down to their knees. Whose elongated arms reach down to their knees. Their complexions are as brilliant as molten gold. Their complexions are as brilliant as molten gold. And they have initiated the congregational chanting of the holy names of Krishna. They have exquisite elongated lotus petal eyes. They are the maintainers of the entire universe, the topmost Brahmins and the protectors of religious principles of this age, the well wishers of every living entity, and the embodiments of mercy and magnanimity. See, embodiments of mercy and magnanimity, I think that's kind of been lost. What do you think mercy is mercy is deliverance, man. Magnanimity is to be delivered, is to get the greatest thing in the world, munificence, magnificence, fantastic mercy. Yeah? Open the kingdom of God for the people of the world. All they have to do is appreciate this preaching. This opens the door. It's all conclusive. Everything. Yeah, it's all right in here. Yeah. Otherwise, there's no meaning to magnanimity and munificence and the greatest avatar with the greatest mercy. If it was all about, that's all you have to spend all your time doing, rules, regulations, and work, like in any other religion. What's the speciality of Lord Chaitanya? Huh? What's his speciality? He's given the greatest thing to the most fallen person. Well, what happened to that? Why is it all of a sudden a matter of work? Struggle really hard. Do your sadhanas and austerities and fastings to get where there's no meaning to Lord Chaitanya's name or mercy or these glorifications. Religion's always been here, right, Govinda? Religion's always been here. If there's a no, that's why this is extraordinary. They can't believe what's going on here. Yeah, you can't believe it because you don't believe in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya like we do. Not only believe it, how can I not believe it? I see it right manifest before my eyes every friggin' day. I see Prema Sankirtan here every day. What are you, owls out there? What's going on, Govinda? What are they, blind like bats?
They're totally blind, man. I invited some Ritviks along in a nice, friendly mood, but I doubt they'll show up. I said that Prabhupada always showed up to
Yeah.
lives and televisions, an opportunity to share your deeper truths. I keep sharing, inviting, but they keep
Ah,
running away.
send them back to the Truman Show.
Go back to Samsara Wheel, I think, innit?
Go
That's
back to Groundhog's Day, man. Same
Groundhog
old
Day.
same. Ah, ah. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is where it's at, man. Right there, Amy. Isn't that what it's all about? She knows what that mercy is. Everybody here practically knows. What about you, Freddie, Mister Smirky? Wipe that smirk off your face. I could see it already here.
Buddy. You know, that some of the Ritviks are so mean. I've been sending some nice paintings that children make and put them
Yeah.
alongside your smiling face, the devotees, and they put sad faces. Oh, I put even the Maha Mantra on them. That's how hard-hearted they are. They put sad faces on posts of Maha Mantra with children's pictures and you smiling. Rockviks. Oh my.
Yeah, sad. Just sad story, man.
A sad story.
We're here to take the sadness away from the world, man. It's time to
You
have
are
some
doing.
fun with Krishna, man. What is all these this difficult stuff? Yeah, yeah. What is this? I don't know. Yes. See how, however, the merciful Lord revealed. Oh, wait. Sri Chaitanya is always performing his pastimes in Navadvip. Okay? See, but they are not visible to every eye. That's why we open our mouth and teach them. People need to know they're not visible to every eye. They got to go in the ear. See? Then they become visible. Yeah. You got to understand. People see there's nobody, people get daunted. Oh, I'm not supposed to say it's offensive. Hey, man, I got to tell you about the mercy of Lord Caitanya. He's come here to deliver the world. He's given that power over to this Sangha here. Hey, man, Vrindavan, the gate of Vrindavan is open. I don't believe in it. Hey, well, too bad. Get out there and invite it. Go do your austerities. Go fast. Yeah, don't shave on Chaturmas. Yeah, nah, do all those hard things, man. Go follow Prem Parojana, man. Do your difficult stuff, man. Go out there. Maybe someday you'll be like him. The big guru that can't give this kind of mercy. To me, you know what a big guru is, Govinda? A big guru to me is you announce the mercy of Lord Caitanya and you deliver that mercy to others, where they get ecstatic devotion. Now, you want to be a big guru, do that. Otherwise, you're a small fry. Sri Chaitanya is always performing his pastimes in Navadvip. See, always, even now, even here. This is more interesting to him. That's why he comes to Playa del Carmen. Ask Maria up there. She's up in the pool, enjoying up there, swimming away like a fish. At this time, the ordinary people of Navadvip continued to see the Lord as Nimai Pandit. See, any change in the Lord's activities or character was imperceptible to them. See, they can't tell the difference. It can see, it looks ordinary. That's why the devotees have to be a little more wild. Like Nityananda, if you're not a little more wild, Haridas, if you're not a little more wild, Govinda, if you're not a little more wild, Amy, if you're not a little more wild, Freddie, if you're not a little more wild, how are we going to accomplish this spreading of Lord Chaitanya's mercy? You got to get a little wild thing going. All right, wild thing. I think
Spot on.
Yeah. How are we going to accomplish? Yeah, Shamaguri. Yeah, get that new tablet. Let's burn some rubber, man.
Yeah. I want to hear that book that I sent you. Prema Bhakti versus Botox Booty, that class. You remember that class when you was in the supermarket and that fellow was protecting his girlfriend's booty? That's a great class. I sent it to Shamagori. Please read it live.
Yeah, read these things, man. Yeah. Get up there. Make a show. Get them, stir things up a little bit. It's time. I got the order 1996.
96.
I've been too slow. I should have started really going strong right away, but sometimes it takes a while. Got to work up to it, huh? All right. So, however, the merciful Lord reveals himself to the fortunate devotees according to their realizations in devotional service. Okay? According to their realizations, he hides himself to the outside world of materialists. See, and so as he reveals, basically what he does, he reveals by doing devotional service, he's revealing his more and more confidential pastimes, his truths, his desires. See, that's what I'm noticing. I just get to know more what he wants and what he desires, who he is, what he's about, why he came here to this world. And that's what I announce to the world. Otherwise, how are they going to know? What, you're going to do bhajan for, in this life, for as long as I've done it in ecstasy? Okay? There's two ways to know. You have to do bhajan for many, many lifetimes, and then you can know the confidential nature, or you can listen to a devotee with some faith. If you're around here, you listen, and then you can get the result. To those, see, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with ecstatic love, who does that? How many of you can do that? See? I give them the understanding to come back to me. Yeah, can you imagine not having ecstatic love and not hearing this knowledge? See, this is, you're getting what I got. And the devotees who become ecstatic also, you get what they get by sharing. They share. I learned from my disciples. They're getting ecstatic feelings and stuff. Hey, man, I'm picking it up. Oh, well, what is the Lord revealing to you? I learn. If I learn, why shouldn't the world learn from my students? Huh. The Lord was also, Krishna would work through his different disciples, and he would learn. He listened to Ramananda Roy. That's part of the fun of it, man. Yeah, yeah. What does the Lord tell you? Don't we like secrets? Don't we like gossip? Don't we want to hear this stuff? Don't we want to know the secrets? Well, hey, man, that's why you come to real devotees, and you're going to hear a lot of secrets, a lot of Vrindavan gossip.
And on that theme, I'm really curious to know. I don't know if Maria, you're a painter, or you could do a picture of this tool, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that you saw with Gora Hari. I mean, only if you
Oh,
can feel
yeah,
natural about painting. But I want to see. I want to see.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yes, you
understand
should
what
paint
you're saying,
what you
Gora Hari.
see. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, good idea. I will do soon. Got a tablet now for going live again. All right. We want to see that happen. All right. Yeah. See, he hides himself to the outside world of materialists. And so that's what God does. I mean, this is why this Maya is here. See, the Lord hides himself in material. He just does that. And the devotees, what do? We try to reveal these things. Nityananda also, Nityananda said, "Oh, look, you reveal yourself to us, because we're your devotees. But the people in the world, you don't. What? That's not right. You got to do that." So he started to, pray like that, to go out and reveal Lord Chaitanya to the world. See, this is why a lot of devotees, they may say, "Gohari, and the people here, you shouldn't show this stuff. You're not supposed to do that." See, so they think that's because it's about hiding. That's what Maya is for, is to hide the Lord. Nobody should see the real Lord. They shouldn't see his Satchidananda nature. That's too confidential. Hide the Lord. So that's basically what people are saying. Okay? And I'm saying something different, because the Lord is revealing to me he wants to be known. That's why he came here. He appeared here that so that people can worship him on the level of devotion and ecstatic devotion. Okay? He wants to. Anybody, if anybody comes here and just says, "Wow, you mean I could be liberated from my miseries and my sadness can be taken away?" Sure, hang out with us. The Lord wants to take your sadness away. He's not incapable. He wants to give himself to you. Matter of fact, he's revealed that to me. I mean, it's right there in the book and nobody sees it. It's amazing. What is it? You don't see? The Lord says, you're my devotees. You worship me with loving ecstasy. Therefore, I give my body to you. You can sell it anywhere at any price. Well, I saw that right away. That's why I started. Oh, really? Okay. Well, how do I sell you, Lord? Well, you're going to have to show who I really am, and that's a big deal, because if you do, you're going to get the ire of all these superiors out there. The big sannyasis, the big sticks, the big gurus. They say, no, no, you don't show God, man. Too confidential, right? Isn't that what they basically? I don't know, man. The Lord's revealing this stuff to me. I'm going to go for it, man. And that's why you see, Prabhupada came when I started doing it, has my full approval. You're doing exactly what I'm doing. You do more of that. So 10,000 no showers can come here and say, no, naysayers. Nay, nay, ecstatic devotion. No, don't show that. Well, we pushing back, man. Where the resistance? One day the Lord suddenly expressed a certain feeling. Ooh, Nityananda and Haridas. Listen, Nityananda and Haridas, travel everywhere and tell people about my teachings. See? Tell people about my teachings. What are those teachings? Do lots of rules and regulations and varnashram dharma. You think that's his real teachings? You think that's what he preached back then? You think that's what Nityananda preached? No, he preached exactly what we're preaching here. Hey, man, Lord Caitanya wants to deliver you now, not waiting. Come here into Sadhu Sangha. Come and associate with these ecstatic devotees and be delivered in this life. It's the same message. It's not a big, long, drawn out thing. No, I'll tell you about the Lord's teachings like Nityananda knew. Hey, man, the Lord is here to deliver even the most fallen. He's giving ecstatic love of God for a long time. He has not given ecstatic devotion, and he wants to give it now again. And this is all on Prabhupada's order. Yeah, I'm traveling all over the internet. I'm telling you, Narayan Raj devotees, we got an announcement for you. ISKCON, we got an announcement for you. We're telling you what the real teachings of Lord Caitanya are. He wants to give ecstatic love to anybody who will come and associate with ecstatic devotees. Those are the real teachings of Lord Caitanya. Not Varnashram Dharma was just for babies, for children. How long you want to stay a baby and a child? You know? Are you ready to move on and move into the progressive path of ecstatic devotion? Are you ready to get purified? Yeah, you ready to hear the confidential truth? You ready to cry in ecstasy, calling out for the Lord? That's what it comes out to. Oh, no, I can never do that. Well, too bad, man. Then go and work on the chain gang, man, and bust the rocks of Vaidhi Bhakti for another 200 lifetimes or something. Well, we have probably here the devotees chant in ecstasy, and sometimes they cry, sometimes they laugh, sometimes they choke up, sometimes they call out for their Lord. What's the problem? This is what the real Leela is. You're seeing the real Leela, man. What, you think the real Leela is look at my big friggin' stick? Give me that big stick. I'll smack you with it. I don't need a big stick. I just take the truth and smack you with the truth. You carry your big stick. Let's have a sword fight, man. I'll carry the truth. You carry your big stick, and I'll watch you snap your stick, man. According to their realizations, yeah. So that's the essence, man. See, the Lord reveals himself according to the devotees' realization. So if you're smart people out there, devotees out there, Narayan Maharaj devotees, ISKCON devotees, Christians, you be around those devotees who have the deepest revelations, deeper than your revelations. That's intelligence, man. Otherwise, you're not very smart. Let's put it that way. You got deep realization means you have deep bhakti. No deep bhakti, very small understanding. You probably only understand the name. You're probably just trying to get your rounds done. Well, I finished my rounds. I did some nice fruitive work. I chanted all these rounds, and I finished them, and I feel satisfied because I did a good day's work of chanting. Okay? Well, that's not my realization about chanting, my friends. I chant to smile. He hides himself from the outside world of materialists. See, and even materialistic devotees don't know him very well. That's why you got to associate with the ones who have the deeper realizations. Just like the verse, coincident verse. He reveals himself to the fortunate devotees according to their realizations in devotional service, and the deeper our realizations is because of devotion, bhakti. And then the deeper the bhakti, the deeper realizations. So if you listen to those devotees, you can learn some very confidential things, um, truths that are not just external truths, very deep internal truths. That's what these books are all about. But people, because their devotion is small, they need to hear it and get purified, from hearing from the devotees. And then gradually, by and by, then you can also, you look at these books and you get revelation and realization. Doesn't that happen for you, Govinda? Right? You read these things and just more deeper revelation, realization. Otherwise, you're just you're doing the preliminaries. How many lifetimes do you want to do the preliminaries? The real Bhagavatam, like when I read the Bhagavatam, I read, the sages and Veda Vyas. They realized Varnashram Dharma was superficial and their heart was not satisfied. So I preached that. That's a big revelation, that you could spend your whole life following these gurus who teaching Varnashram Dharma and rules and regulations and fastings and mantra, chanting and rounds and all these things. You could do that your whole life, and not even understand what the real Bhagavatam is. You have to, I'm coming here, I'm just starting right off. Oh, you see, Veda Vyas was unsatisfied following the rules and regulations and teaching them and writing books about them and even liberation, even. Those subject matters were boring to them. He was like dissatisfied in his heart. And the ecstatic, I preached this. I preached the real Bhagavatam. Now you're finally hearing the real Bhagavatam for the first time. I don't care how many. What, you think Prem Parojana is teaching the real Bhagavatam? He's telling you to do the rules and regulations that Veda Vyas gave up. I don't care how fancy his talk is, or Acharya Devs or Radhanas. They're going against the real Bhagavatam right now. I don't care if even Prabhupada taught it to beginners. They're still beginning. They're neophyte gurus, man. I proved my points. Veda Vyasa said, I'm really unhappy in my heart. I did Varnashram Dharma. I taught the rules and regulations. I taught even liberation. I'm still bored. Lord, is there anything more? Nor who came? Who came? Always the ecstatic devotees come. Narada Muni, we know he's always laughing and crying, chanting the holy name, just like the people in this sangha. No wonder we understand his mind better than people here out there. So don't tell me you're advanced devotees there and you're teaching after 50 years still rules and regulations, and you cannot awaken ecstatic devotion like we do here every friggin' day, even though I'm a coarse person, mean person, salty person, offensive person, taking down every fence in a book, man, because everybody's afraid to be offensive. No, give me the fences. I'll just take them down, man. So you can just run into Vrindavan. Can you understand what I'm talking about? That should be pretty humbling. You guys are big with the big titles, Acharya Devs and Radhanas and the big GB seers and the Narayan Raj people and the Prem Parojana people, all those people I name by names. And you guys you're so advanced, and you're not even teaching the real Bhagavatam yet. Because if you were teaching, you would call people's attention to the confidential message like I do. See? And you're telling everybody Veda Vyas gave up. What the great sages said, oh, Sutta Goswami, tell us confidential things like Goharidas tells you guys, and more. Because we don't want to spend our whole lives doing Varnashram Dharma and doing external rules, regulations, and ceremonies. We could spend our whole lives doing that. Tell us something deeper, like Goharidas does, teaches here. See? Huh. You never heard that from Acharya Dev or Prem Parojan with all that fancy preaching. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. But you don't even know the real Bhagavatam, because he's going rules, regulations, and austerities, and then you will by and by, after your anarthas are all purified by your hard work, after many lifetimes, maybe you'll get a little Ashakti. You want to do that path? That ain't the real Bhagavatam. The real Bhagavatam, you sit your big fanny or skinny fanny in front of an ecstatic, empowered devotee. You go back to Godhead in 7 days or 7 years or 7 months, like they do here. Pretty simple, huh? What's the problem? Why don't people know? Look at Bali Maharaj. He went back to Godhead just by acknowledging Vamanadeva and saying, "You guru, man, you're adverse, and you think you're real disciples of these big gurus who tell you don't go to Gaur Haridas. They're not even teaching you the real Bhagavatam. The real Bhagavatam is, you say, poo poo, you gurus. I'm going to where Shuddha Bhakti is." That's the real path, my friends. That's the real Bhagavatam. That's what the wives of the Brahmins did. They said, poo, poo, you big Brahmins and big sannyas, and you can big controllers. We're going to the ecstatic cowherd boys. What do you think you're here? We got cowherd boys and cowherd girls, and anybody coming here, you'll get what those wives of the Brahmins got. That's the Bhagavatam that you haven't learned from Acharya Dev or Prem Parojan or Narayan Raj or anybody. So there. Hmm. Hmm. Now that's conclusive, isn't it? Well, I wish I could deliver it a little more nice and just say it's
Oh,
without
it seems
causing.
very soft. It seems very nice. You could shout even louder. You could amplify it. But the thinking that this is hard, they'll find out. You could find out what hardness is, like sitting back in the womb. That's hard. That's
You want
hard.
you want hard, don't listen to this preaching. Go out there and work your butt off doing that other stuff. Here, I'm here to teach the real Bhagavatam on the order of Prabhupada. 1996, Gaur Govinda disappeared and Prabhupada came to me and told me, teach the real Bhagavatam. Deliver them now. They had enough time to study his books. You had enough time to study and read for 2 hours a day and chant your offensive rounds. So now it's time to go back to Godhead. Who are you ready to get on board? All aboard! Ding a ling a ling, time to eat. No wonder they're afraid. I would be afraid too to confront some guy like this. He's mad. He's totally nuts. I'm just having a day. But I think everything I said was absolutely true, man. We got to be a little entertaining about it, right? How are you going to keep people around for a while? You got to entertain them, man. You got to, this is called real story. You want a real storytelling, you got to get into the real story. I get into my Bhagavatam, man. I get into the Lord's Bhagavatam. I act it out, man. It's just like being here and Vamanadeva kicking a friggin' hole in the universe, my friends. Or Lord Caitanya going, chakra, chakra, chakra. And the thing must started coming down, man. Whoa. I like storytelling. Express yourself. River says, if Lord Chaitanya is targeting me, then I will rant, roar, and wax my. Yeah, do everything you want. You're a targeted individual there, Lord River. He's after you, man. Because you're after him, he's after you. Let's see, wanting it hard sounds like mode of passion and goodness to me. Passion and goodness. Passion and goodness. Yeah, it's a mixture of passion, pure passion and pure goodness, actually. The people don't know that. In the spiritual world, they think you transcend the modes of nature into some nothingness or something. No, the modes of nature are there also, but they're used for the pastimes of the Lord, my friends. Even ignorance. Krishna acts ignorant. He doesn't know who he is. That's the mode of ignorance, right? Like people in the world don't know who they are. Don't you notice? He's also there in Vrindavan. Who am I? I don't know. Oh, these nice, beautiful girls. Let me go sport with them. Ooh, they're married? Well, I guess, unlike people in the world, go and sport. They want to sport with married women and married, right? They want to have affairs here and all that. That's really ignorant. They throw you in jail. In Vrindavan, it purifies everybody because they're pure devotees and he's God. It is our nature to worship God like that. It's just a little more tasty because it's very intimate. There's no awe and reverence there. Who knows? Where have you heard anything like this? I haven't even heard anything like this. This is spontaneous combustion, man. so, so one day the Lord suddenly expressed a certain feeling. Okay, read that. Go to every house and beg everyone this. Chant Krishna's name, worship him, and cultivate the science of Krishna consciousness. See, chant Krishna's name, worship him, and cultivate the science. Yeah. So Prabhupada, yeah, he basically said, yeah, everybody chant Krishna's name, worship him, cultivate the science, right? Get everybody there. So we're boiling the milk. Are you ready to be boiled, my friends? How about you gurus and sannyasis? Are you ready for the boiling part? Time to boil the milk, man. You already heard the first part of the message. You were told by Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta, worship Krishna, cultivate Krishna consciousness, do your rules and regulations, man. Put your dhoti on straight. Make sure that tilak is absolutely straight there, Prem Parojana. Make sure that everything is correct. Don't make any mistakes. Fast. Chant 1 lakh, 16 rounds. Otherwise, you're going to hell. So yeah, see, okay. So you got that message. Are you ready for the other part, the nice part? Oh, yeah, by the way, just come here, and this is like doing a million rules and regulations and following Vaidhi Bhakti for many, many lifetimes. You'll get what you can't do by doing Vaidhi Bhakti for many lifetimes. You'll get that just by coming here, and that is the truth. Look at Maharaj Parikshit. All he did was hear for 7 days from an empowered devotee. Just ask yourself, is Gaur Hari Das empowered to preach to you? Just ask the question. If it's a yay, then you're going to get more or less like a Mars Parikshit. It might be 7 days, or it might be 7 months, it might be 7 years, but it ain't going to be 70 lifetimes. See? And you're going to get more of that Mars Parikshit because my Lord is Lord Caitanya. His Lord was somebody else, Radha Krishna or something. But my Lord is more magnanimous. He's not looking, are you qualified? Krishna and Radha looking, are you qualified or not qualified? My Lord doesn't look at any of that. This scene, you fall down before the ecstatic devotees who represent Nityananda. See, that is the qualification. That is right there in the book, man. Read it and weep profusely. Read that statement and weep. Lord Caitanya didn't look. Are you qualified? Did you chant your 1 lakh? Did you chant your 16 rounds? Did you follow the program? Did you do all those things? My Lord Caitanya didn't look at that, or Lord Nityananda. It's, do you fall down before the preaching of what Lord Caitanya brought? That's all. Do you give honor to this preaching? Does this inspire you? See? Or does the Vaidhi still inspire you? You want to be inspired by rules and regulations and all that? Or are you inspired by the conclusive, confidential truth that the Lord preached here himself? See? Lord Nityananda gave ecstatic love for anybody who fell down, not looking. Do I look at any of your faults? The only fault I see is not coming here. It's full of faults for everybody. Coming here, you'll get purified like the snap of a finger. Every other path is useless, worthless compared to this. See? That's the preaching here. And it's true. I ain't lying. Now, if you can't understand what I'm talking about, that's why Prabhupada taught Vaidhi Bhakti to people who are like that. They couldn't understand, and the Lord understood. They're not ready for that. Don't distribute that. But I got the go-ahead, man, just like Nityananda and Advaita did. If you don't act a little more wild in this world, how are you going to accomplish the mission of Lord Caitanya, which is to distribute ecstatic devotion? Well, the wild persons are here. The wild things are here. Not only me, you guys are getting pretty wild yourselves, man. This is a wild place. Don't people like wild honey? You pay more for that, right? So why wouldn't you like wild bhakti? Free, easygoing, relaxed, powerful, wild. No processing here, none. Just you. We process you. We induct you into Vrindavan army. See, we indoctrinate you. Yes, we do. You think, oh, is he guys indoctrinate? Yes, we indoctrinate you with the real doctrine of Lord Caitanya. The real doctrine, that's going to set you free. That gives you sovereignty and freedom from Maya, illusion. She indoctrinates you with the lies and deceptions and illusions. There's some illusion in Varnashram Dharma too. It's like you think that's going to deliver you. No, this is going to deliver you, not Varnashram Dharma. That's another one of those paths that, like pearls on a string that lie on Krishna. See, one of those pearls. See, but this is the pearl of great price. See, the best. So what you want the most expensive pearl, or you're good with these other things, Varnashram Dharma, many lifetimes, and you can get Krishna, or guess. It's doubtful. Who knows? Maybe not. What if you fall? You're like these devotees here, right? Like these gurus. They fell into bad association. They're following the world. They believe in the vaxxers. They believe in the maskers, many of them, right? How do you know? See, that shows you might fall into bad association. See, intimacy with Krishna is the only thing that's going to really save us. See, he keeps us informed. He knows his Maya, right? And he wants to protect his devotees. Are you a real devotee? Real devotee is you like devotees, you like their devotion, you like them. That's a real devotee. That's how you know we know you like God. God is ecstatic, man. He cries, he laughs. He calls out to his devotees. He loves his devotees just like his devotees love Krishna. They welcome ecstatic devotion. Are you a real devotee yet? Or are you one of these no shows? Maharaj, my 12-step brother from another mother, many obeisances. Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, just come and give me your reports. Those who do not comply with your requests, I will come personally and cut them to pieces. Now, isn't that interesting? He says stuff like this. Do you see the mood of Lord? He's playful, he's funny, but if you don't believe in him, you think, "Ugh, what kind of God is that? He got angry. You can't understand his jokes. You can't understand this whole preaching was a big joke. You think I was actually serious? Are you kidding? You think this is serious? This is nothing."
That's a misunderstanding that the Vaidis often make, but it's right there in Sastra. Advaita Charya Nityananda is so humorous. That's the original Lauren Hardy. This is humorous. We're welcoming you, but if you don't show up because you think we're angry, it's a big show.
Yeah,
We have to show
yeah.
this.
It's a show. The whole thing. Just like you go to you see actors on the stage. They know they're just acting, right? But they make it look really real. You don't think it's Krishna and his devotees are also acting on the stage? See, the only people that take this, look at him, he's so in the mode of ignorance. And they also said, oh, look at Advaita, he's in the mode. It says it right, Chaitanya Mangal. You can read. It says many people, the common people, thought Advaita was in the mode of ignorance because he was like what you see here, wild, you know, playful. But everything that's said here, everything done here is Vrindavan type preaching. It all has a profound effect. It's all very true. you know Everything you could, if you analyze everything I've said here, all through the thing here, you've just heard the real Bhagavatam. That's all. You've seen the real, more than that, you actually seen the real pastimes of Lord Caitanya enacted here that the Bhagavatam doesn't even reveal. You see the same kind of moods, everything. Why? Because the Lord is here. He really is. He's working through us as us. That's how it works. That's called surrender. People don't know what is practical surrender to God. Well, God just, he's so intimate with his devotees that he uses his devotees. He comes as his devotees. They're just intertwined. They're like in their communion. They open their mouth and they're in communion with God. When you see a devotee, you see the Lord. Just like Jesus said, when you see me, you see the Father. What, you think it's any different? It's how it is with a real intimate associate of the Lord. When you see the devotee, you see the Father. You see the Father's quality. You see his energy. You see ecstatic devotion. You see a command performance. You see a commander in chief. You see an autocrat. You see everything that you see in God because they're that close to the devotee. You see a lion loud voice too. That's why I have to have an outside. Krishna gave me this apartment, so I got a wall over here too. See, Shamaguri's getting it. These rascals just don't want to surrender. See, there you go. Now you're catching the mood there. No more on reverence for her. She's out for blood. See, isn't it? See, at the end of the day, come give me your reports. Those who do not comply with your requests. See, compliance. The Lord is, you see the world, his Maya wants compliance, right? Biden, you comply what we want you to do. The Lord's saying, yeah, you don't comply with me. Okay, my Maya is going to come and cut you to pieces. It's just what she does. You know, it's not like the Lord says, well, I'm going to, it's just the way his Maya works, man. You don't comply with the request to associate with ecstatic devotees, it's always going to be harder on you. If you comply, these are the requests of the Lord from 550 years ago. Come and associate with his ecstatic devotees that he out of his grace has allowed you to have that association. If you don't comply with that, you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to do the Vaidhi Bhakti. You're going to have to do your big fast. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to follow rules and programs, dry programs and dry chanting with offensive. You're going to have to follow the Narayan Raj group with their, work towards sadhana siddha and all the rules and regulations and try to squeeze all your desires out of you without the merciful help of Lord Caitanya and his ecstatic devotees. Look at you guys, how much you've advanced here in just a short time. And you were all Vaidhi Bhaktas, most of you. Okay? Oh, you get a lot of help here. What? You don't want the help? You don't want to comply with this beautiful path? You don't want to follow this beautiful? Then comply with Acharya Devs. Acharya and Radhanas and Prem Parosion. Follow those paths. Comply with that path. Oh, you don't want to comply with that stuff? Well, go and comply with all these other pearly strings around Krishna's necks. There are millions of paths there. Take millions of lifetimes if you want to come back. But if you comply with this wonderful, beautiful order, this path of ease, easing right into ecstatic devotion and chanting and ecstasy like we do here every day. You don't want to comply with this wonderful path? Well, go and comply with the other ones. You're forced to anyway because we're all compliers. It's our nature to comply with something. Comply with your new age speculations. You're going to comply somewhere, or you can comply with the conclusive truth. What? I'm not conclusive enough? I don't tell you about the real mercy of Lord Caitanya and Nityananda, and that mercy is here to deliver anybody? Oh, you stay here, I'll convince you. You come here and stay here 30 days. Seriously. Oh, you're so quiet. I didn't catch her. Ooh, I caught her. I would have toned it down if I would have knew you were here. I'm kind of in a lion mood, You hear? Did I sound like a lion?
Yes. I thought it was TV.
I'm just joking around.
Hello, everyone.
She's so,
I went to the pool.
She went to the pool.
So that's what I do. The camera. I went to the pool. Hello, Govinda. I went to the pool because I'm almost dying. The heat,
Yes.
And this apartment that he has is perfect. You have the perfect breeze and the perfect pool and all the things that I don't have. So I sneak in and I go directly to the pool. I stay there for a couple of hours, long hours, and then I come. I brought you your stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Okay. So, yeah.
What's your plan now?
I need
to
charge. I need to charge my phone is dead.
Okay. All right.
So, who is here with us?
Oh, I have quite a few people. Here, let's see. There's a charger.
Yeah, I got it. Look, I need you.
Yeah, I'm going to find helping. There it is. There's a charger. Huh? Oh, no, you're okay. No problem.
I need, I need the cable on it because I have
Yeah, so let's see if you have this.
No, I have that.
Oh, you have that. You need the wire.
Yeah. But I don't want to interrupt this beautiful chanting.
Okay. Gives you a little break.
Govinda, can you show me that again? Can you show me that? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, you are such a great artist, right? We haven't got your books yet. Like I went to Kitty's apartment just now because you see I used to live a block away from Guru's place. So I went to Kitty's apartment to water the plants, and I checked if there's any mail, and there's nothing yet there. That's terrible. Next
It was
time you should see. Next time you should send it to Guru's place because maybe his protection, the Chaitanya, I don't know, makes it happen, that we get it. Oh, but we will
well,
get it eventually, no? It's probably Mexico. Mexico has a very weird delay thingy.
hey, if Kitty comes to England, then I can give her some books. If we meet, we can do like that.
Yes,
But
yes. She went to her daughter's wedding, and now I just spoke with her over the WhatsApp. She went to Italy. I'm assuming she's coming back because she said after the wedding I can probably contact you because I gave her your phone number. Yeah?
yeah, that's cool. That's great.
See,
Yeah.
see, see, see. So she said after the wedding I will contact Govinda. But she's traveling. You
Yeah.
never know.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna charge my phone now.
There's the battery.
I
There's
have been on the
cable.
water for like how long? 2 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, and Maria, it'd be great to I don't know if you're very artistic or you can maybe do a painting or a picture of
Yeah.
Caitanya that you see walking
Or
with Gora Hari.
Tanya. Well, I did
Here's
like
the
a very quick drawing, but we threw it, right?
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
the
No, that's not the right one.
right.
Yes, you see, I can do maybe with my skills are not like my mother's or grandmother. They were artists. I will try. Or I will try, and I will send you like a scrap, right? And I will send it to you so you have an idea. He looks similar, but nothing is not like, but it's similar. If you have to put someone similar to Chaitanya, it will be Jesus, but nothing like him. Similar, nothing like Jesus, but similar. It's just the body shape. The hair is not as long as Jesus, but it's like wild, shorter, wild type of hair.
Do you see like a picture? You
Yeah,
picture
yeah,
like you see a person, like
yeah, 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 yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
form and
Of course,
everything.
of course, of course.
Yeah, wow,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
amazing. Darshan.
Well, this
yeah.
is this is what we see.
And
Well,
I think it would be wonderful in the book. So I'd like to receive it and see your.
well, I will try my best with my skills. I will try, and I will try. When I did, like when Guru asked me to do, when the first couple of weeks, I saw him only from the side because he was walking next to us. When we finished the session of chanting in my house, we my old house. It was only 1 block away from this one, and we would walk together. So I would take my dog out, and I would see him from the side because sometimes I feel a little bit not scared, but it's a little bit too much. Although I'm used to it, it's still a little bit too much to go face to face with someone that is not on earth. But they're showing themselves, right? Even when my father passed away, I saw my father same as I'm seeing Guru, same shape, like normal human form. And I was like, I had to put my head back down, and I said, "Thank you so much for showing yourself, but please take the image, and I can feel your presence, but I cannot see you." It is a little bit too much sometimes, right? But you can see like I'm seeing Guru. You can see the person. Sometimes they show themselves like I'm seeing him now. Sometimes it is an image that comes to my head, and I will describe what I'm seeing, But Lord Chaitanya, I learned that it was Lord Chaitanya when I think it was the second day that I saw him walking with us, and I said, "There is a very tall guy walking with us." This is how I first start to describe when there's someone that appears next to someone else. And then Guru said to me, "Oh, well, that's like it was obvious. That is Lord Chaitanya." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then every time, like for the next, let's say, week and a half or 2 weeks, after that, every time we walk together, he would walk with us. but he would never appear in the chanting sessions until one day, 2 weeks later, he started to appear in. Now he would show the full face looking at me, right? And he will be elevated, and he will be like that with his hands. Can you see me? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe I can
Here,
see.
here, and do it like here. Yeah, I'll do it like this here.
Yeah. But I need to. You need to see my hands. You cannot see my hands.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
put my whole body? I can go on top of your chair.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Here you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Okay. He will show like that. The hands will be. The palms will be like this, showing the palms like that. He will be elevated. He will not be with the feet on the ground.
Wow.
He will show his hands like that. And that is the whole session we will chant. From then onwards, he shows himself like that for some
Wow,
reason.
that's amazing.
I don't know the meaning. You know the meaning.
Yeah.
I don't remember. You told me. I forget things. Okay, this is how he shows himself now. Every time we chant, I will see him elevated, not more on feet on the ground, and he will be like this, whatever that means. And he now that's when we chant with Guru. And now in my house now I feel the presence. I don't see the image. I feel him. He's next to me all the time. And I talk to him and everything. We are like best friends now. But I don't see the image. I only see the image when I'm with him, chanting or something. He shows himself like a normal
Wow.
human being.
Wow.
I know that's normal for a medium to see,
Yeah.
but it's a little bit. People get used to it because it's what we do. But to me, it's a little bit too much. So that's why I don't do much of a eye contact, you see, because I feel a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit too much.
Amazing.
But
Amazing.
yeah, it's amazing. And I'm very thankful all the time. I'm talking to him. Listen to this because this is a very, very, very amazing thing I did yesterday. When I have to do a reading for someone, I channel information for the person. And I use angel cards. So I meditate on the cards, and I always invoke angels, archangels, my guardian angels, that person's guardian angel. I clear the energy of the cards, and then when the person comes, I channel information, but I use the cards so they will guide me. I will be the voice of whatever they have to say. And I realize, because I get goosebumps, right? I realize it's not my voice, it's their voice, right? Because my whole body gets goosebumps. So yesterday I had this lady that came to do a reading with me. So because prior to her, I was doing healing to some person, and this time I invoke Lord Caitanya and Jesus Christ for the first time. I invoke them, as well as angels, archangels, and all the ones that I always invoke. And the healing went really well. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to invoke Lord Caitanya and Jesus Christ again for this reading. Believe me, it's the first time that I'm doing a reading, and I got goosebumps throughout the 3 hours. The 3 hours I did the reading was pure goosebumps. So obviously it wasn't my voice. It was my voice, but it was there. Whatever they have. Sometimes I even forget because it's not me talking. They talk through my voice. 3 hours in a row with goosebumps.
It's
And the
pure
lady,
Chaitanya Leela. You're sharing pure Chaitanya Leela. That's what
see,
I'm feeling.
okay,
It's pure Chaitanya Leela.
see. Well, yes, I'm used to it, but now it's becoming so strong that I am amazed. So what this lady, she said to me, look, I cannot believe, I'm sorry, I'm taking over Guru, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you give me the water on my table because the phone is dying? Okay, so what this lady said to me, she said, I cannot believe everything you said. And I said, it's not me. Honestly, it's what I channel. It's my voice, but it's not me. You have to say thank you to everyone in heaven that is there for you, and I'm thinking the ones that are in heaven for me. But it's definitely not me. It's my voice only. But the 3 hours, everything I said to the lady was exactly what she needed to hear, because it's exactly what she came to see me for. But it was, but you see, yet I need to know how to, like, I know that I need to protect myself when I'm doing readings, because you are all your chakras are open. So I had pins and needles in my head throughout the whole night, and I was like, yes, of course. I didn't, thank you, baby. I didn't do the protection, and that's okay. But now I came to the pool, and I was like 2 hours on the pool, and everything goes away when I'm in the water. And this is amazing, because the water is the best place where I channel. I can do whatever I want. I'm free. The water is perfect for these things. But this is the thing. Now I'm invoking Lord Caitanya and Jesus Christ. Before I thought, oh, I should not bother them, right? Because you feel like, yeah. But then they explain this. And this is something that I know. I know everyone knows this, but then you need to be reminded of this. They say the free will, we know this, right? They are there to help, especially if you're doing something to help someone, right? They're there to help, but there is a free will, and they cannot get in the middle of the free will. So they will not, by any means, get. No, this is not charging for some reason. Okay, so they will not get in the middle of the free will if you don't ask for the help, right? So this is good, because since then, this is the first time I'm invoking Jesus and Lord Caitanya for healing that I am doing for someone else, and for this reading that I did for this lady. And it was the most amazing. Like, I'm used to channeling information, but what I experienced yesterday with the healing that I have been doing for someone else, and with the reading that I did for this lady, it was like heaven on earth. It's like living heaven on earth. It's amazing. Amazing. And I'm used to it, right? But no, it's totally different of what I'm used to it. Amazing. Okay, I need water now. This is water? This is water?
Yeah,
Huh?
lemon.
Lemon? Oh, because it's kind.
Yeah, read some of the book.
Okay, okay. I'm going to read this because he's telling me to read. Okay, should I read?
Yeah, right
Yeah?
in the middle.
In the middle? Sri Chaitanya is always performing his pastimes in Nada,
Lila Cha.
what?
Navadri.
Say it again?
Navadri.
Navadui, but they are not visible to every eye. Yes, it's amazing. It's exactly what I'm saying. At this time, the ordinary people of Nadabi continue to see the Lord as Nimai Padita
Pandit.
Patin?
Pandit. Pandit.
Pandit. Any change in the Lord's activity or character was
Imperceptible.
imperceptible to them. However, the mercifully Lord reveals himself to the fortunate devotees according to their realization in devotional service. You know, this is exactly what happened to me yesterday. It's exactly this, but this is something that everyone can do. This is something that everyone can do, because you don't need to be a medium to ask for help. You invoke them in the chanting all the time. When you chant, it's the same thing as invoking them. I used to invoke them without chanting because the chanting is new for me, right? Before I used to invoke them without chanting, and I'm invoking them without the chanting still because I'm used to that. But everyone that invokes them with the chanting, without the chanting, invoking them means you can ask for help in whatever, especially if it's something that will benefit someone else. So I always invoke them to benefit other people. So this is great. This is exactly what's happening. However, the merciful Lord reveals himself to the fortunate devotees according to their realization in devotional service. He hides himself to the outside world of materialism. It's exactly what is happening to me. But then I should be used to it, but then because it's different to what I experience every time it's growing and it's becoming stronger, then it's different. So I'm still amazed about these things, right? Crazy. Okay. Che, I don't think, I think we need another table or another, sorry guys, I just need, my phone is dying. So
Here, let me get it.
maybe another table or another
Yeah,
thingy.
sometimes the cable's not so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a good one here. This will
Okay.
work. Oh, you gotta work this
Okay.
cable. This cable is primo, man. Supercharger.
Oh, good. Okay, so one day the Lord suddenly expressed a certain feeling to Nityananda and Haridasha Thakura. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Nityananda, okay, Thakura. Listen, Nityananda and Haridasha. Travel everywhere and tell people about my Haridasha. Travel, okay, my teachings. Tell people about my teachings. Go to every house and beg everyone of it, chant Krishna's name, worship him, and cultivate the science of Krishna consciousness. Just repeat this only and make them chant only Krishna's name. At the end of the day, come and give me your report. Those who do not comply to this request, I will come personally and cut them to pieces with my Sudarshana chakra. Okay, explain the Sudarshana chakra.
It's one of his weapons in his hands.
Okay, like a sword.
Like a spoon.
Oh, right.
Cuts people's heads off.
I know. The Vaisnavas were very amused to hear the Lord's order, and there was no questions of anyone trying to change any of it, considering that Nityananda has accepted these orders with utmost respect. Anyone who disregards them is dement. If someone only serves Advaita Akaraya, what? Okay, he's already asleep. But does not worship Sri Chaitanya, Advaita Akaraya himself will destroy him. Okay, I cannot explain this part because I don't know how can they will destroy him.
Read that sentence again.
Okay, I will read the sentence again. Okay, okay. Let me just find. Okay, let me just find the last. Okay, the Vaishnavas were very amused to hear the Lord's order, and there was no question of anyone trying to change any of it. Considering that Nityananda has accepted this order with utmost respect, anyone who disregards them is demented. If someone only serves Advaita Akaraya but does not worship Sri Chaitanya, Advaita Akaraya himself will destroy him. Are you asleep? Yes. He's asleep, he's napping, he's in another.
I'm listening.
No, I already read the whole thing and you didn't.
Read some more.
Oh, okay. You told me to read the sentence again. Okay, I'm going to the next page. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Okay. Nityananda and Haridasa Thakura, the two lords, were on their way in a blissful mood with Sri Chaitanya, ordered as their prime inspiration. They visited every house, going all over Nadia and ay, 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 ay. Okay. They visited every house, going all over Nadia, and requested all chant the holy names of Krishna and worship him. He's everyone's shelter, friend, and most treasured wealth. Practice Krishna consciousness with undivided intent, wearing the robes of renunciate. Renunciate. They approached the householders, many of whom invited them in for food, but they only reply, I only beg of you to chant Krishna, worship him, and cultivate devotional service. This, okay, sorry. This all they repeated and went on their way. The pious received the instruction well with faith, and being impressed by their effulgent figures. Did I say that right? Okay, he's sleeping. Okay, they replied happily to the expressing their pleasure. I will do, I will do. Someone else said, you two have mental aberrations due to the wrong advice of others. You have become mad because of bad company. Why have you come to infect us with your madness? Okay. Good and healthy persons have gone mad because of Nimai Pandita bad influence. Sorry about my hair, I just come out of the pool. I look like crap. Never mind. Okay. Are you up? Oh, good, good, good. Come. Because you want to sleep. I give you your chair back.
No, I'll sit on the ball.
Okay.
You just move.
Okay.
I mean, you can stay on a chair, then you move the ball out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a couple things about that. Too.
Okay, yes, go ahead,
Yeah.
because I'm exhausted. Not about this reading. I had a really, really exhausted yesterday and the night and today.
So much excitement for her.
See, because the heat.
The heat.
And I need to go back to Luna, pobre.
Oh, Luna.
Pobrecita.
Oh, Luna.
Pobre Luna. Imagine if I could bring my dog here. These are perfect.
Perfect. Yes.
Airflow, perfect. Terrace.
Yeah.
This is perfect. I switch apartments. Do you want to switch apartments?
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but
I'm saying yes.
But you can't do it.
Why? Oh, because I can't bring the dog. I would do it in a blink of an eye. I wouldn't even, like, my apartment is like 3 times the size, and I will switch it in no time.
Yeah, I got the best apartment.
You got the best apartment.
Yes.
Lord Caitanya.
Lord Caitanya. Where were you reading?
The whole thing is the beginning.
Where'd you start?
I finished.
Where was the last part? This part?
No, I finished the last page and I switched over. I was starting.
Right here? Okay. Yeah. So, Nityananda Hari, the two lords were on their way, blissful mood. Yeah, prime inspiration, visit every house.
Okay. I just finished the other page.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he is everyone's shelter and friend. Okay, what was the last sentence you read?
My last sentence was here.
Oh, okay, great.
The last thing.
The last thing. Okay.
That you wanted to explain more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I just want to check. Everyone is talking to me for some reason.
Yeah. Here, let me switch seats.
No. Okay. That would be better. Go to your place.
You take the ball.
I will run away.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, did I bring my cup? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. What I don't.
Nityananda and Haridas, the two lords, were on their way to blissful mood, preparation. They visited every house. Yeah, going over and over, press all, chant the names, everyone's shelter, wearing the robes of reproach. Repeated on their the pious received their instructions well, with faith, and being impressed by their effulgent figures, they replied happily to them, expressing their pleasure. I will do, I will do. I will do, I will do. Someone else said, you too have mental aberrations due to wrong advice from others. See, so that's the polarizing. See, the polarizing, the spiritual polarizes. So people rise up, like in the Bible, it says they rise up to condemnation or rise up to life. Rise up to life is you give praises. See, you give praises to the devotees just naturally. You just feel, yeah, you appreciate it. And those who give condemnation, they get purified too because it's got to come out of them. Just like even here, people are getting purified. They got to just get the stuff out of them. Like this morning, just I was like really intense preaching, and
And I fell asleep with you preaching. I'm sorry.
that's okay. It doesn't matter.
I started watching and then I fell asleep. I don't know at what part of the preaching I fell asleep.
Yeah. It's intense, and and so it, and so everybody gets purified. That's the spiritual potency. It's beautiful. That's why it's confidential too, because people they don't understand. If you this stuff has to come out of you first. So that's called freeing the captives. See, the captives they're captivated by the illusory energy. The ones who are more actually pious in the sense that you become instantly pious by accepting the association of devotees. Instantly. You're more pious than the most pious persons in the world. That's the power of the Lord's potency. That's why it's such a test, to bring it forth, like for Jesus to preach. He had to pass some tests. It was intense. For me to preach this, we're preaching the easy peasy path, right? Well, it wasn't. I had to get confidence in what was being given here. See, then
it takes a long time.
Yeah, otherwise you can't preach it.
For me, when it comes to mediumship, it took me a long time to become a little bit confident, a little bit, because I need the double confirmation, you see. And the double confirmation I get it, Hola, Mary, Sachi, Haribo. And Lalita and Madhusuna Dana Dasa. So, you see, it does take, for me, I need double confirmation of everything. I still don't believe 100% in myself, so I need my goosebump. But when I have the goosebump, then I know it's not me. It's heaven, talking through my voice. I need the goosebump. Even when I doing healing, I get goosebumps or I cry. Now I cry. It's amazing. I know it's amazing, but that's because of Lord Caitanya. I know that happened yesterday, I think. Yes. Because I invoked Lord Caitanya. You see the
You invoke
difference?
him, you're going to cry a lot because he cries himself a lot.
Yeah.
He's a crier.
Yeah. He's so humble. The energy of Lord Caitanya is so similar to the energy of Jesus, but it's even more humble and even more, I don't know, there's something more peaceful. And believe me, Jesus' energy is the best energy ever. But they are so similar in everything. But Lord Chaitanya, wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bore you anymore. Hare Krishna, Hare
Well,
Krishna.
it's really relishable to hear your experiences, the symptoms that they're right out of litter, like the tingling pins and needles in the head.
Well, I always thought the pin. You see, the pins and needles for me is usually happens when I don't protect myself and I'm doing readings because you you're open to absorb any energy because I'm a medium. I can absorb energies, whatever. I need to protect always myself. I have to be very careful. When I was younger, it was very, very hard. I didn't know these things. I had to learn it the hard way.
This this is the book that I called it the Maria the
Oh,
Krishna's twinkling ankle bells because it was such a revelation live on camera. You realizing that figure was Gopal Krishna when you read the twinkling of the ankle bells of Nimai. It was like
oh. That
it was
was more. I
amazing
was a
to be in the
little.
audience, to be in the audience, and to see you also realizing it unfolding. Ah, Nimai is that boy that came to me as a young girl.
As a young
Amazing,
girl.
amazing,
Amazing. And
absolutely.
that was Krishna, right? But now Krishna doesn't come to me. Comes Lord Chaitanya. The era of Lord
But
Chaitanya. It's not Krishna. It's the era of
it's
Lord
progressive.
Chaitanya. It's totally different,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, yeah. It's yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
But can you send a copy of that book to Guru and I will get it for sure. And Guru is gonna get it for sure because we have protection here. The other building, I don't know what's
Yes,
wrong.
yes,
The guy that administrated the other building, maybe he received it
yeah,
and he kept the
yeah,
thing. He's a thief,
yeah,
no?
yeah, yeah,
He's an asshole. I call it an asshole,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
him.
There's a lot of assholes.
Okay. So if you send it to Guru, for sure I will receive it. I would love to receive that book. This is amazing.
I would love you to receive it as well. Yeah.
See, 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 see.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, thank you.
Yeah, actually, when Lord Chaitanya was here,
Oh, okay, yes, of
yeah,
course.
Nityananda. Well, actually, the instruction was to teach about Lord Chaitanya and his pastimes. They actually instructed them
Oh, you see.
to glorify him because they knew if they would do that, they would get connection with Radha and Krishna automatically. Otherwise, because he's the avatar for this age,
See, this is what Larita is saying now. He's saying uh,
it's his time
this
now.
is his time. This is
Yeah,
the time of Lord Chaitanya. And now I understand. You said the same thing
yeah,
to
yeah,
me.
yeah,
I understand why, because I was asking Guru all the time, why is it that I get, it's not about Krishna, it's about Lord Chaitanya. It's always Lord Chaitanya. He keeps on telling me when we chant Hare Krishna, it's not that he doesn't like it, but he was asked to say Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
yeah, yeah.
He always keeps on saying that to me. If you see when I chant with him, I'm always saying and Chaitanya and Chaitanya. And Chaitanya." He keeps on saying that to me. I keep on hearing. He keeps on telling me, and he's now been a little bit funny. He was very. I'm a serious person.
Yeah,
Maybe he was very serious because he's serious. But
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
the last couple of days, he has been a little bit funny.
yeah. Oh,
Yes, that happened 2 days ago, more or less. He started to say there's a piece of a song that says, first I thought it was not him, and then I realized it was him. Yesterday I realized it was him. There's a piece of a song that says, you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love, right? So he has sung that to me yesterday again. And I did say that to him 2 days ago, like saying you cannot escape his love, right? But then yesterday it came again, and I was, oh yes, of course, the Lord Chaitanya. It's been funny, but it's been funny in a way that he's explaining that in a good way, in a funny way, but nice, you know, that we cannot escape his love. And this is the era. This is what Larry is saying is Lord Chaitanya.
his era. Yeah,
It's not that he doesn't, it's the same person, right? But it's Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Believe me, it's Chaitanya. And then how I told you about that 2 days ago, and I thought it was something it was coming from me, but it wasn't, obviously. It wasn't coming from me because yesterday it was definitely Lord Chaitanya, and I thought, oh, he's being funny now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
that's good.
He's showing a little bit of humor.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
And Mother Sachi had a dream. of her deities. And Gaura Nityananda were wrestling with Krishna Balarama, saying that you step back now, we're the Yuga avatars. Chaitanya Nityananda wrestling
It's
Krishna Balaram, in a dream of Mother Sachi, Nimai's
okay.
mother. So
Okay.
it's so
It's all together. You put it all together and it's the same thing, right? Amazing.
beautiful.
That's amazing.
Amazing. You see, every day is something quite like you cannot get over it because every day is something so amazing. You gotta find something new because every day is something that will amaze you all over again. It's just too amazing. Yesterday that I had this reading, it has been quite a long time that I haven't done any reading for anyone because I don't promote myself. But now it appears that Lord Chaitanya wants me to do this, which is great. I felt so good, but I was exhausted. I need to find a way to know how to protect myself as well. I know he protects, but when you're a medium, you have to be very careful because you are open to anything.
Oh
Yeah, yeah. So you have to be super careful. So so this is, I felt so good more than any other time. And it was like the best reading I ever did in my whole entire life.
wow.
This is wow. And this was because of Lord Chaitanya, because I asked and Jesus, because I asked both of them to be their voice, angels, archangels, and these persons, angels, archangels, and whoever is protecting this person as well, right?
Mm.
And because I invoke everyone and Lord Chaitanya and Jesus Christ, believe me, it was the best reading I ever did in my life. Same thing happened with this healing I'm doing,
Mm.
a special person for me. And it's, and I did it in the pool again.
Mm.
And I was begging that you don't come because you cannot interrupt me when I'm in that stage.
Oh,
Yeah,
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 that's good. Yeah.
yeah. I thought if he would come upstairs to the pool and I was like with my hands like that and meditating to my,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, I hope that no one comes because they will feel that I'm a crazy
yeah. I
woman.
wouldn't dare.
Oh, no one came. This is amazing. I just went into the ocean. Yes, yes, the ocean is another place that is amazing because you see the water. Any water for me is even the shower. The ocean is the most powerful
Yeah,
one, and you can channel like easily. The ocean is wow.
yeah, that's good. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Okay.
Are
Well.
you guys, yeah, Govinda was eating. He was able to
Okay.
eat, though. That's
You're
good.
gonna eat. Okay. I
No,
can
no,
let you
no, no,
eat
no,
your corpse,
no, no,
and I
no,
will
no,
go to my vegetables
no, 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 no.
and Luna.
All right, so we'll see you later, and let's see what else. Amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. One thing that we need to read before we leave. He's the most mercifully one. He's our life and soul, and his mission here. Talking about Lord Chaitanya. This is Lalita. Lalita has a very, very strong connection.
Mm-hmm.
Sachi, thank you. Tarum, amazing. I just went into the ocean. You're still on. Yes, Tarum. So thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I step into.
No, it's
I
great. It's
talk like a
awesome.
parrot. Right.
Yeah.
I
It's
gotta
great
go
to hear
somewhere.
these. It's
Yeah,
great.
Amy, thank you so much. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, everyone. God bless. Thank you.
God bless. God bless. We'll see you later.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you
I'm
later.
gonna have
Goodbye.
lettuce avocado. Oh, good, good, good. I'm a vegan, so tarum, I'm the same. Yeah.
Great.